Hello guys, I'm back after a while. I know it's been like 2 months, but still, today I'm going to show how can you install my projects that I uploaded to GitHub. So for this first video, I'm going to talk about my own AI intelligence that I'm doing for my own robot, which is Tars.AI. And this first version is actually meant to run on your normal desktop computer. The next version probably is going to be meant only for Raspberry Pi. So if you want to test how, you may want to install the older version like this one, or if you have an Raspberry Pi, you can try yourself, right? So I'm going to show you how can you install this. So first thing first, you first make sure that you are on Linux, because this only works on Linux. First, open your terminal by hitting Ctrl-Alt-D. This will bring up your console so you can type stuff, right? Next thing, we are going to clone the repository from the GitHub to my computer, right? So then you can click here on code, and then you can click here on copy, because you already clone it, extracted. You don't need to download the zip. If you want, you can. Then just type. First, let me install the basic things for me to clone stuff, like sudo pacman s git base devel. Got my password. It's going to install for me. It's already installed. Now we hit git clone, and then we paste using Ctrl-Shift-V to paste the link. After that, just hit enter. It's going to clone the project, and there it is. It's cloned. You can see it right over here. Now let's go on the project folder like this. So there's only this stuff. If you go on the project, on the folder itself, there's nothing. It's not going to be much, right? But there is the README, which you can use to install if you want, right? But I'm going to teach you today. So first thing first, what we are going to need is that we need to make sure that Python is installed on our computer. On my case, that's Arch Linux, so I'm going to use this little command over here. Mine is already installed. I'm going to reinstall just for you, alright? So you could see that it installed, alright? Now after that, pip and Python vents, it's already installed, so you can create virtual environments. So you can install libraries from pip without damaging your computer. And if you know, you know. So the first, another thing I gotta do is give permissions for the script start_tars.sh, which is our script that will install and start Tars. You may need to run this twice, right? So use chmod plus x start tars.sh. Now it has permissions. Another thing that we gotta see over here is that we need to install ALSA and stuff. So I have put in here what you need to use as well, which is this guy. You can just paste it in and install it. It's going to install for you. Now it's installed. The next step is to install the AI. As we already did, we already gave the permission for it to run, right? So now we just need to start the script using /start_tars.sh, and then you can just wait a little bit. It's going to install stuff, and you may need to run this twice because it will create a new environment for you. Like I said, it gave me the prompt back, so we can just run it again, and it's going to install my dependencies. When you hear AI service online, it means that the AI has successfully started. It's common for this first version for this also errors to appear. If you know what it is and if you can help me solve it, please put in the comments below. It's going to be helpful. So as you can see, it's already listening for me, right? And I'm going to show you some things that it can do. Hello AI. Hello AI. Can you tell me a joke?
I did not hear anything. Please repeat.
Hello AI. Hello AI.
Hello there.
Can you take a photo? I guess. Yeah, the script is still under development. Can has a lot of faults in here. Hello AI. Hello AI.
Yes?
Can you take a photo?
What do you want to know about the photo?
What am I holding? What am I holding? I'm currently holding my phone. And yeah, there is
You are holding a smartphone. It has a pop socket on the back with the AEONVR logo. It also appears to have multiple camera lenses.
It has 3. Alright? So as you can see, it's working. And it can even play some music. I put a single music in it, but I'm going to upgrade it soon. Hello AI. Hello AI.
Talk.
Can you play music? Can you play music?
Playing music from my repository.
Yeah, like you could see. Another thing that you might need to do when installing this, that I forgot to put over here, is that you need to get your own API key from Gemini. Right? I'm going to teach you later. And I'm going to show how to install it as well. Alright guys, I'm back. So, first thing you're going to search for is Gemini API key. Right? Like this. You're going to search for something that will allow you to get your API key. You will be redirected to this page. I'm going to add this on the description, so if you want, right, there it is. Remember, you may need to change your account's region to United States to get access to this. That's what I had to make with my account to make sure I got access to this page. Right, so then you click over here on Get Gemini API Key. It's going to redirect you to over here. Now, before you click here on Create, you need to create a new project on Google Cloud Console, which is this guy over here. We already have it opened. And to create a new project, you're going to click right over here in New Project. You can type your project name like this. We're going to type with our organization, nothing. Now we need to, there it is, a project. And before you even do something, you gotta get an API working on it. Alright, so the first API I need to put it on to work is Gemini API. So just search for Gemini. There I, no, Gemini API, which is this one. And we click here on Activate. Just wait a little bit, it can take a little while to activate. Now that it is activated, you need to create credentials, right? Oh, wait a minute guys. Alright guys, after you go on the credentials page, it's going to, after you create actually the API, it's going to ask you to configure the OAuth. So click over here, and then you're going to be redirected over here. So then you have to click on Get Started for you to set up everything. I'm going to put the name of the app, just like this. Got my email. It's going to be external, has to be external. Next. This is. Let me just put an email over here real quick. Yeah, like this. Next. And then you have to agree with this. And then click on create. Now you have to wait a little bit. And now that the OAuth was created, now you can go over here on API services, search for Gemini API, which is probably not over here. Just search it again. There it is. Manage. Credentials. Over here in credentials, you have the API. Alright? So then you have to click over here. Create credentials. API key. It's going to generate one for you. So just wait a little bit. Now that it has created your API key, you can close this. Please don't close this tab now. And then over here you can finally click on create API key, and then you can select over here and get an Gemini API key. Alright, and there it is. Now with this API key, of course I'm not going to show you for obvious reasons. You're going to go on your project folder, and you are going to open your Py script with your text editor, and then put right over here on API key, quote unquote, your API key that you have just generated. Then hit Ctrl S to save it, and then you can just save it and run. It's going to finally work for you. Right, so thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it, and see you next time.